Hey there, viewers! Welcome to What's Buzzing, Doc? We're the show that dives deep into the sweetest and sometimes stingiest sides of life in medicine. I'm Doc Princess.
And I'm Dr. Mao. We're here to bring you another round of inspiring stories, a dash of humor, and a whole lot of buzz straight from the hive of future doctors and medical heroes.
Yes, so whether you're pulling an all nighter or spitting the well deserved coffee, we've got the dose of motivation and real talk that you need.
So sit back, relax, and let's find out what's buzzing, Doc.
Yes, Doc Mao. So joining us today is someone who's here to spill the buzz on what really happens after pre-med. He took up BS Molecular Biology and Biotechnology at the University of Philippines Diliman while working multiple part-time jobs, but still graduated as magna cum laude.
And now he's
Galing.
continuing his journey as a medical student at the University of the Philippines College of Medicine. Let us give a warm what's buzzing, Doc. Welcome to Dr. Carl Marcelo.
Yay! Hello
Mag-hi ka naman,
po!
Doc Carl. Yes.
Hello viewers.
So, Doc Carl, let's start from the beginning. Tell us something about your pre-med course, BS Molecular Biology and Biotechnology. Wow, that sounds intense,
Oo nga,
man.
Doc, eh. That's one of the toughest pre-med out there, no? Parang,
Oh, oh.
how did your experience shape you before med school, no?
So, pakilala muna ako. I'm Carl Angelo Lustre Marcelo. Actually, fun fact, if you abbreviate my name, it's Calm. Pero ayun, persona ko is I try to be calm, but despite the overwhelming things that happening inside my, inside myself, parang I managed to stay calm outside. So ayun, as what have mentioned by the host, I'm from UP Diliman, BS Molecular Biology and Biotechnology. Actually, like I was just scanning through kung ano mga possible courses, pero deep inside, I was deeply rooted or like I deeply like biology and chemistry. So ano kayo magandang fusion na degree program for biology and chemistry? So why not biochemistry? Why not molecular biology and biotechnology? So, yung dream campus ko kasi is UP Diliman. So, I chose UP Diliman as my first choice campus. Then, doon nag-narrow down ako ng mga topics that is, something that interests me when I was in high school, and that is biology and chemistry. I thought of the fusion of biochemistry, which is, molecular biology and molecular biology and biotechnology. Yun yung pinili kong first choice during my OPCAT application.
Paano siya nakatulong sa med school journey mo, yung BS
Mm-mm.
Biotechnology and Molecular Biology?
Actually,
Mm-mm.
yung BSMBB or molecular bio, very heavy siya sa biochemistry. So,
Yes, oo.
yung biochemistry in med school is super, difficult and very
It's very
overwhelming.
deep.
True. Oo.
Mm-mm.
Kasi yung topic na, na coverage ng isang long exam, parang isang whole semester siya ng MBB. And the MBB sort of gave me an advantage to biochemistry. And at the same time, I think having that undergrad program has instilled me with the virtues and skill sets, not only as a scientist, but I think as a well holistic or, a well-rounded physician. Because at the end of the day, parang you're not there as future doctor to treat the illness or the disease of a patient, no? You have to be holistic. You have to develop critical thinking when making decisions. And I think that's what my undergrad prepared me for. Having been able to like do a lot of research topics specifically on cancer medicine or
Wow.
yes po, cancer
Wow, so
biology
deep.
specifically. I was
Galing.
able to like, develop such critical thinking process and how to, to create a synthesis and how to best answer specific scientific questions.
Wow, that's something na I had a few classmates lang na ganyan na parang very intelligent talaga. And I feel like if I had you as a classmate, that would have been a blessing. Meron ka mga classmates who look up to you, no, and ask for your help. How does that feel like?
Oo nga, parang mahirap kasi med school kung mag-isa ka lang, Doc Princess,
Oo,
no?
'di ba? Eh
Usually
parang
talaga
kapag
tayo,
ganyan,
nagtatanong, uy, pwedeng paturo ng biochemistry,
oo.
ganyan.
Lalo na biochem, 'di ba, Doc? Pinakamahirap 'yun, Doc Mau.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Specialty
mahirap
pala
nga
ni Doc
siya.
Carl 'yun.
Iba, iba.
Actually, on my experience no sa med school, like we have our strengths and weaknesses. So if
Hmm.
parang strong suit ko yung biochemistry, yung super weakness ko naman po yung anatomy and physiology or anatomy specifically kasi sa undergrad degree program ko wala kami exposure to any anatomy topics. So if yung friends ko need ng understanding or thorough understanding ng biochemistry, I tried to help and see what I can to teach those difficult topics. But when it comes to anatomy naman, no, parang opposite. Doon naman ako, hala, parang ang hirap i-memorize. So
Totoo
doon ako
yan.
Yes
lumalapit
po.
sa mga PTs. They're super
Totoo.
great at
So
anatomy.
magaling.
PTs, OTs, yun, and those from white colleges. Like super galing nila
Mm-mm.
sa anatomy. So I guess no one is an island talaga sa med school, no?
Yes,
Parang we all have our strengths and
definitely.
weaknesses, and in order for you to survive, you have to help each other lang. Ayun.
Tama yun.
I think that's one of the culture in med school na really helped me survive through those difficult challenges.
Oh, that's good because I was also wondering how the culture is like in UP, no, Doc Mao? We were
Yeah.
thinking about earlier. How is med school like in UP? How are the students like? Do you guys all share or help each other? Or since, the thought lang na people are thinking, UP matatalino. So, meron bang madami bang island or talagang helping lahat? Matalino lahat? Tell us how is med school like? Is it fun? Is it the best thing or is it difficult?
To be honest, no, really difficult talaga yung med school, especially if you come by yourself lang. Pero if you actually meet some people, marirealize ko sa UPCM that we come from different walks of life. We have different stories to tell. And having been able to talk to a lot of people from different islands of the Philippines, parang narealize ko, they have their own reasons as to why they chose medicine. Like, for example, meron ako nakilala from sa Mindanao, like very far
Mm-mm.
islands. Siya yung representative, let's say, from Barm region where konti lang yung doctor to patient ratio, and they, applied for regionalization program just because they want to give back to their community kasi very konti and limited lang yung doctors.
Yes. Oo.
And having been able to talk with those people with different, backgrounds, different strengths and weaknesses, different stories to tell, parang I got inspired kasi lahat ng classmate ko, they're very brilliant on their own. And yung culture of not thinking medicine as a competition anymore, parang it brings experience in med school na very worthwhile. It's something worth fighting for, and parang it's more of a teamwork rather than an isolation kasi we
Mhm.
have strengths and weaknesses, as what I have said earlier. Kapag nahihirapan yung isang tao doon, I remember may isang PT naggumawa siya ng lecture for those na nahihirapan sa
Wow.
anatomy. Parang it's more of tight-knit community helping each other. Like for example, meron kaming trans system that we shared across the batches. The culture is very tight-knit and very, like parang hindi siya yung cutthroat competition na ay mataas siya, kailangan ko ganon. Like parang I don't feel an actual competition here in med school. It's more of collaborative experience as a whole.
Yes, I think very
Wow.
important sa med school
Okay,
yan,
yun
Dr.
na.
Princess, no? Yung
Opo.
nagtutulungan talaga kayo, no? Parang,
Hmm.
kunyari, hirap ka. Okay, pwede bang paturo ganito sa ganyan? Tapos, kunyari, kung sila
Oo.
naman nahihirapan and then nasa specialty
Ikaw
or
din
field
may ambag
naman
ka.
yan, may ambag ka,
Mm.
no?
Parang ang sarap nga bumalik sa med school yung pagkuwento ni Doc, Doc
Ayoko
Carl.
na.
Kasi kahit na mahirap, kahit na sleepless nights, all this coffee, pero yun nga yung meron kang mga friends na ganyan, na lahat kayo babaksak, lahat kayo papasa, lahat kayo masaya. Parang there's this different kind of feeling, one togetherness, na parang you're growing as a person together with your friends, and in the future you guys are gonna be great. So, it sounds like
Yes.
so much fun. 'Di ba, Doc
Actually,
Mau?
Yeah, oo
Yeah.
nga.
So, also pala what you were saying kanina, Doc Carl, let's just backtrack a bit. Yung na-inspire ka sa friends mo, but sila naging doktor? Ask ko lang, but how about you? Why did you decide to become a doctor?
O may specific moment ba sa'yo? May nag-inspire ba sa'yo na, eto na, gusto ko talaga maging doktor dito eh.
Mm-mm.
Ganito.
Mm-mm.
actually, very masakitin akong bata nung during my childhood years. Like there was a time na supi ako sa pediatric clinic, sa hospital just because of my illnesses, sickness. Like for example, I have weak lungs, but there comes a point in my life na tama na ayoko na maging burden sa parents ko. Parang nagiging nerdy na ako about how to improve myself, my health and well-being. When I was in high school actually, parang during my free time, I search across various literatures on how to improve myself, not only in terms of my health and wellness, parang search literatures like in neuroscience, how to improve my cognitive well function. I studied yung anatomy and physiology for fun lang ha, imagine, for fun.
Ang
sa
Wow.
sipag,
National
ang
Academy.
sipag.
Iba talaga, Doc Carl. I can't.
Parang hindi ko alam, like parang
Oo.
interested lang ako. Nakikita ko lang siya sa Khan Academy
Nice.
before. Like parang why not like i-press ko lang siya kasi bored ako like ganun. Or yung mga
Mm.
video somewhere, animated videos in YouTube like for free time. Like why not search this like parang ganun. Tapos nung high school with my interest in biology and chemistry, doon yung na-intensify yung pagiging nerdy ko about using science to actually improve myself in terms of my health and well-being. That's why I pursued also yung undergrad program ko, which is molecular biology and biotechnology,
Mm.
where I was able to had the privilege and opportunity to do a research specifically on understanding specific molecular mechanisms or molecular patterns on how diseases arise. Specifically, ang pinagtunan ko ng pansin was cancer biology, specifically colorectal
Mm.
cancer in young onset colorectal cancer patients here in the Philippines. So, parang as you can see throughout my experiences in the past, parang yung career path ko of becoming a doctor, it's more of a series of events that happened in the past and sort of like molded and carved the pathway towards becoming a doctor.
Yes.
As someone na masakitin before, parang it's a full circle moment na I'm here studying in medicine. We will become a future doctor who will treat those
Oh,
sickly child who was once a sick child before.
so nice. It feels like it's very meant to be.
Yes po.
Yeah.
Parang it's time for you. May movie din yung Step Forward. Ano ulit yung Doc Mao? Yung Pay It Forward.
Pay it
Oo,
Pay It
pay it
forward.
Forward.
forward po.
Yan.
Sorry,
Yung
mga
parang
Tagalog lang
it's your
alam ko. Mga
parang it's
jokes
your
kasi ako.
turn to give back to what happened to you before. Ah, that's nice. That's really nice to hear. Next question. So, how about after graduation? What happened to you? Did you go straight ahead into med school or did
Nag-work
you
ka
take a
ba
gap
muna?
year?
Yeah. Nag-work ka ba
Mm.
muna or
Yon.
diretso ka na bang med
Nag-chill-chill
school?
ka muna or nag-aral ka pa ng iba or
After I graduated, nag-gap year ako, nagpahinga ako because I
Mm.
know very rigorous yung med school. So if I continued after my very hectic thesis years, I feel like mabuburn out ako first year pa lang. So I
Mm.
really questioned myself. I really reflected kung magpapahinga muna ba ako. I know this is not the traditional way, like parang when pursuing med school. Like parang yung iba kasi diretso na, like yung mga friends ko
Mm.
parang there's sense of peer pressure din. Hala, nagdiretso na sila agad med school. But for me,
Mm.
nag-reflect talaga ako deep inside. I feel like hindi ko kaya if I continue med school ASAP. So I took the time to rest and to prepare well, not only academically, but emotionally, socially, spiritually, kung anong wali-wali na yan
Yes.
for me to better, experience med school. I feel like having that gap year really made my first year experience better. Wow. Kasi parang na-recharge ako kasi napagod ako sa kakatisis nung graduating years. Like to the point na
Mm.
na-exhaust ako and parang to the point na na-burn out ako. I really reminded myself to take a pause muna and prepare for a little bit for my med school applications kasi I know yung application is very stressful in itself. How
Mm.
much more pa yung sa med school in general. So, I think it's a great way to take a break muna. So, while in gap year, ang ginawa ko I prepared for NMAT. I also work for part-time jobs yung online lang. Like
Mm.
parang I answer some college questions or textbook questions in biology or kung saan man ako na-assign na topic. And then I was paid on an hourly rate. So ayun, nakapag-ipon din ako and nakapag-prepare din for NMAT and med school applications.
Ang galing, no? Iba-iba talaga tayo ng timeline, Doc Princess, no?
Iba ang timeline. He needed the time to get ready,
True.
mold yourself, everything, which is very, very nice. I feel like other
Yes.
people really go forward, others wait, and it's not a competition. Med school
True.
is not a competition. It doesn't matter who gets there first, as long as you all will get there in the future. 'Di
Yes,
ba,
True.
Doc
lahat
Kahit
Carl?
naman
hindi
kayo
ka rin.
magiging doktor in the end,
Lahat
no?
tayo magiging doc,
Opo.
'di ba?
Oo. Ngayon, let's talk about everyone's favorite roller coaster, NMAT. Paano ang journey mo
Yes.
dyan? May tips ka ba sa mga future viewers natin habang nagbabalance ng preparation, work, at life? Kasi di ba nag-gap year ka muna habang nag-work
Mm.
ka, nagsabi mo, nagre-review center ka sa college entrance test, no? Tapos nag-NMAT ka pa. Paano mo ginawa yun?
Oo, paano mo naman nagawa nun? 'Di ba sobrang hirap ata nun. Ay, sabagay si Doc Carl pala 'to. Sige nga Doc Carl, tell us about it.
Hindi naman, mortal being din ako. Like, I was once tempted, like, di ba, madidistract din naman ako. Pero siguro, during my NMAT preparation, it was really challenging. Although, for me, the content was not the most difficult part. It was about managing my anxiety and, my
Hmm,
confidence. Although, alam ko naman, like, for example, alam ko na the topics that will be asked will be like basic sciences in high school. Although, the content is okay, pero ang coverage is very very wide. So you have to drill in those topics parang breadth over ano ba? Yeah, basta breadth over depth. So during that NMAT preparation, it's more about managing my anxiety as a naturally kabadong person. Lahat na lang ino-overthink ko. For
mhm.
me, my undergrad years prepared me well for the sciences like biology, chemistry, physics. So, parang sabi ko, ay kaya ko na to. Pero yung first part ng exam, yung more of, parang IQ test, yung visual acuity, blah, blah, blah. Hindi ko talaga alam. Like, parang it's my first time. Although in other entrance tests, meron ng ganun. Pero yung visual acuity, parang it's my first time to see that in NMAT. So, parang na-pressure talaga ako kasi I told myself na it will be a one take lang kasi I couldn't afford resting another year, taking another gap year just to prepare again for NMAT. So I told to myself na I don't want to be a financial burden to my family, to my parents. So kailangan ko nagalingan yung NMAT ko on my first take. So, dapat lahat ng preparations ko, ginawa ko na. So, lahat ng energy, resources, I maximize ko na dapat. So, I was very fortunate enough that I was able to, like from scanning lang sa Facebook or sa social media, specifically Reddit ata, I was able to
Mm.
Hmm,
come across with Bewits. Actually, madami naman ako nahanap na review centers, pero what I was looking for is something that is fit for my schedule. Kasi madami akong ginagawa on the other side eh. Like, apart from preparing for NMAT, I was also working part-time jobs, earning money para to support myself financially. Tapos, the moment na nakita ko yung Bewits Review Center, ay wow, asynchronous and madami siyang practice test which I need the most. Kasi I learn well through practice test more than attending lectures. Like,
yes,
Oo, may iba talagang ganyan
definitely.
eh.
opo, like parang
Tama 'yan, oo.
sabi ko,
Sorry, continue,
yeah,
sige go.
opo. Why not try ko lang tong Biwis? Tapos yung napag-ipunan ko na pera for my part-time job, ayun, I use it to fund myself for the review center.
Mm.
And luckily naman, very high yield ng topics. Like, I took a lot of practice exams, like every day, natitake ko yung practice test, enough na ako. Like parang, at least for now, namamanage ko yung anxiety ko. Ang maganda pa rin sa BWITS is that whenever I had questions, they're very responsive to my queries to the point
Yes.
na even outside NMAT, tinutulungan nila ako specifically on NMAT preparation and med school preparations. And this is something I think I'm very fortunate of. That's why when I was documenting my NMAT journey, parang I always tell to my friends or to my viewers sort of sa TikTok na there's this review center like Bewits like who provided that provided parang for me high yield resources talaga and
Mm.
really helped me to get my goal of getting 99 NMAT percentile rank. Yeah.
Wow, 99.
Wow.
Ang taas.
Hindi
Taas
ko din actually
naman.
in-expect. I expect like I was
Sheesh!
expecting po kasi kahit 90 po kasi yung minimum sa UP is 90. Pero thankful for this opportunity na kukuha po ako ng 99 percentile rank.
Iba talaga pag no, yung isang review center, effective, affordable, and
Mm.
flexible. Kailangan talaga makahanap ka talaga na
True.
mag-fit talaga para sa'yo eh.
That's true, oo. Kasi it's difficult now at times, especially since, nagka-pandemic, I feel like ever since nagka-pandemic, yung pagbalik namin sa normal times, hindi pa rin siya normal. Talagang
Yes.
there's an option at online
True.
which makes it more flexible and people really cater to that. People need it more. We have
Mm-mm.
grown accustomed to that kind of life where you can pick the schedule that you want, which is great. Because we did find a flexible, accountable, and good review center, no, Doc Carl?
Yeah.
Yes. Salamat,
Yes.
Bewits, again.
True.
Ang galing naman
10 over
Viewit.
10 talaga.
I think 10 over 10 as well. 10 across
11
the
out of
board.
10.
True.
Kaya mababa ako sa quantitative eh. Si
Ay,
Mobla, si
yun ang
Mobla.
highest ko. Yun ang highest ko.
Wow!
Wow.
Iba
Joke lang.
din.
Okay. So next topic we'll talk about naman Doc Carl. Do you mind telling us your best experiences in med school so far? You're again what year are you in pala?
I'm currently an LU4 student in UPCM. Ito yung tinatawag na Hell U4 daw kasi it's more of,
Oh.
pathology. Kasi yung ano kasi yung first year kasi sa UPCM, it's more about normal like anatomy,
Mm.
physiology, at saka yung system kasi namin is organ system module. So, parang
Yes,
everything na
iba.
normal sa specific organ system na to. Tapos sa LU4 or yung second year, ito na yung must level up ng first year, and apart from the normal, meron tayong abnormal, and may exposure na kami may mas exposure kami sa patient sa wards. Ayun po, sa second year.
Ano
Ay, ang
yung
galing
mga
second year may patients na pala
yeah,
kayo.
oo, ang galing may mga patient
Nice.
interaction na sila.
Ah,
But
actually, sorry, I don't mean to
go
cut you
lang,
off.
go
Pero
lang.
kami nung first year namin sa Chaijen, meron din kaming patient interaction.
Hmm.
Kami din,
Dinadala na kami,
opo.
kaya lang nagka-pandemic nga.
Mm.
Kaya
Oh.
nawala. Ayun lang. Sorry, continue, Doc Carl.
Go lang. Anyway, sa UPCM talaga kasi, no, iba yung culture. Yung curriculum nila, no. Tama, no? Kayo ay based on region, sabi mo, or based by system.
Yes po, or organ
Oh,
system. Like for
yes.
example, yung sa first year namin, derma muna. So everything about histology, anatomy, physiology sa derma. Then,
Wow.
ayun po, per system po siya.
Ah, galing
Oo.
naman.
Hindi
Ibang
katulad
klase.
sa ibang med school, nung sa atin, parang
Mm.
per subject talaga tayo. Anatomy,
Oo.
histology.
Oo.
Per
Oo.
subject, sa kanila ata,
Mm.
integrated na.
Pero
Opo.
maganda din. I
Well-rounded.
feel like it's a different way to learn. Na
Yes.
maganda nga yun. Lahat biglang nandun na. Ma-incorporate mo talaga siya.
I
Parang
think it
gusto mo
has
pa
pros
mag-apply
and
ulit.
cons naman.
Ay! Kaya ka na bumalik. I'm so sorry.
Same,
Balik
same.
ulit.
So, ano,
Galing-galing mo. Magaling ka naman. Kaya mo yan. Ma-enjoy ka naman, di ba?
ano yung mga experiences mo sa med school na hindi mo
Mm-mm.
makakalimutan? May nagpaiyak ba sa'yo? May
May
tuwang-tuwa ka kasi
nagpa...
Oh,
na-perfect mo yung quiz?
Mm-mm.
I remember nung first year muna, nagkaroon kami ng OSCE. Alam niyo po yung OSCE? Parang practicals siya
Oo.
Mm.
ng
Mhm.
med. Parang
Mhm.
practical exam. So
Yes.
nagka-OSCE kami sa first year ng cardiorespiratory. Tapos may patient dyan from PGH. Tapos there was a part in clinical history, like tatanungin namin yung age, mga respiratory rate, blah blah blah. Tapos, i-report ko na sa consultant and clinician to
Mm-mm.
the point na nag-blackout ako anong pangalan niya. Parang nag-blurt out lang ako ng information. Like for some reason,
Mm-mm.
nag-blurt out lang ako ng name, ng age. Tapos yung patient parang, what? What's happening? So parang nagsabi lang ako ng random name and age. Pero hindi naman napansin ng clinician. Tapos,
Kung
diretso
nanonood po
direct.
kayo,
Para-paraan lang yan.
Nakalimutan na
Sorry,
yun.
Doc.
So you present it confidently. I think hindi naman napapansin. Tapos I remember yun na parang nagpurpurcast, like parang nag-iimbento na lang ako, Lord, sorry. Pero nag-iimbento na lang talaga ako ng first year. Sabi ko, narinig ko siya or whatever. Tapos report, ganon. Tapos sa second year
Mm.
naman, mas intense na yung mga OSCE namin since may sakit na, may management, may diagnostics. So there was this station in dermatology. So yung patient is parang Verruca. Verruca yung confirmed diagnosis niya. So yung nag-present na ako, like sinabi ko na yung mga lesion, treatment, management. Tapos biglang sabi yung clinician or yung checker, sabi niya, seborrheic dermatitis. So sabi ko, ha? Seborrheic dermatitis? Pero Verruca naman yung presentation. Sabi niya pala, ako pala yung may seborrheic dermatitis. Legit, sa sobrang kabado ko, naglalabasan na physically yung mga stresses ko. Like, nagkakaroon ako ng dandruff due to my seborrheic dermatitis. Ayun, sinabi ng consultant, may seborrheic dermatitis ko. Akala ko, yung diagnosis ng patient, seborrheic dermatitis, so sobrang kabado ko. Pero luckily, I was able to push through the OSCE, and I was able to like, I get satisfied with the result naman. To be fair, to be honest, like I was able to get a perfect score sa OSCE. So there.
wow.
Ewan ko lang
Grabe
Wow.
yan.
siya. To our viewers out there, ang Verruca ay warts, no? Yung mga
Opo.
warts. Tapos, ang sinabi ni
Mm.
Doc Carl kanina is seborrheic dermatitis. Ano siya,
Yun yung parang
balakubak naman siya.
Opo.
balakubak dito sa mga ano.
Treatable
Opo.
naman
Oo.
siya, basta magpa-doktor lang kayo. Don't
True.
Mm-mm.
self-medicate.
True.
Meron ka pa
Yes.
ba? Meron ka pa bang seborrheic dermatitis? Meron pa ba?
Yes po, parang it comes and goes naman. Like parang
Oo,
Comes and goes.
kapag
recurrent.
Lalo na
super,
if you're stressed out.
yes.
No.
Yun
Kapag
talaga yung
exam
trigger.
season, kapag di ka nakakatulog,
True.
lalabas na naman siya.
Yes, oo nga. Laging stress kasi,
Yes.
lalo na second year to, no? Very
Opo.
stressful pa
Mm.
naman pag ganito.
Mm.
Tapos UPCM pa, no?
Pero kayang-kaya niya ni Doc Carl. I believe he can do it.
Yes.
Sounds
Kayang-kaya
very,
mong lahat.
I'm excited for your future patients. By the way, you talk about medicine, your passion, your love. I feel like your patients will get the best out of you.
Sana nga.
Tama yan. No? Magiging
Hopefully.
magaling na
'Di ba?
doktor. Yung mga UPCM talaga
Iba yung
matatalino.
aura niya eh. Parang talagang I'm here for the people. 'Di ba?
Siguro
Maganda,
din,
maganda.
siguro din kasi parang as early as first year or before even entering medicine sa UPCM, parang yun yung ini-instill nila. They're looking for physicians who is not only good in theoretical, but they're looking for
Yes.
a physician who is very holistic. Parang treating a patient not about their illnesses, but it's all about their holistic parang condition. Parang we have to look into the whole aspect of the patient, like spiritual man yan, social man yan. Parang yun yung palaging ina-emphasize sa lessons namin sa UPCM. Kaya meron kaming parang six-star physician, itong kailangan
Yes.
sure,
Oo.
blah blah
Mm,
blah.
mm.
So I
Memorize
think
pa ba?
that
Memorize
I
pa ba si
Ah.
6-star position?
siguro.
Lastly, Doc Carl, do you have any plans for the future? Any dream specialization or advocacy na gusto mong pasukin?
Or research ba or academe? Siyempre
Mm.
excited na kami para sa'yo, Doc
Parang
Carl.
may pagka-academe siya eh, no? Oh.
Actually, before entering med school, I was considering MD PhD. So yung MD PhD is parang a double degree program na pwede kang parang maging doctor physician. Kasi having a strong background in molecular biology, for example, had exposed me to different research topics and research skills, which I think are very efficient if you want to be a doctor physician. But there was a realization within me, parang hindi ko na kaya, parang pagod na ako. So
Mm,
siguro
Mm.
I could do research while being a physician. So I didn't pursue MD PhD, but luckily may nag-open naman daw na opportunity in UPCM, which is MD MPH. So
MPH.
it's masters in
Mm.
public health. So parang it's a double degree then. And then you get a masters in public health. So it's actually initially considering that. Pero let's see in the future years kasi magkakaroon pa kami ng orientation about that who will be interested in joining MD MPH. Kasi for me, as someone who is first-gen doctor and coming from a region, like for example, in Region 12, very konti din yung doctor to patient ratio, especially if you are looking for specialized interventions, mahirap talagang kumuha ng specialized treatment or intervention in Region 12, for example. Kasi share ko lang, nung nag-gap year din ako, madami akong
Mm.
ginawa. Nag-shadow din ako ng mga physicians. Nag-shadow ako
Wow.
ng
Mm.
orthopedic surgeon na graduate from
Wow.
UPCM and PGH. So there I was parang able to see paano ba nagwo-work as a charity doctor, charity physician, nagwo-work sa treating those patients who don't have, the financial capacity to pay. Like, ayun, kita ko siya firsthand as someone who shadowed physicians during my gap year. So it was a worthwhile
Mm.
experience talaga.
Saang
Ayun po.
probinsya yan, Doc Carl?
Sa South Cotabato po, in Region 12.
Oh,
Mm.
wow. Very
Wow.
community-oriented talaga yung mga graduates ng UPCM, no?
Yes
Sobrang
po.
Oo,
galing
ang
nila.
very diverse, ang daming input, ang daming iba talaga.
I think bagay talaga siya sa MD-PhD or MD-MPH na program. Sobrang,
Mm, I think so
Sana
nung
also.
nag-intern ako, may mga nakasama akong MD-PhD tsaka MD-MPH. Magagaling
po.
sila. Aside from saying UPCM na sila, mas magaling pa sila. Well, magaling sila sa akin. Yeah, mas magaling sila sa akin. Pero, ayun, magaling talaga sila. Anyway,
Hindi ko nga alam paano nila na manage yung time kasi may research pa sila on top of the lessons that we have. Like, super
yes.
overwhelming. Pero, wala. Ang galing pala. Nakaka-inspire. Ganon.
So,
Mm.
pwede pa pala yun, no, na, di ba usually ang MD-PhD ay first year ba?
Before you apply, like
Mm-mm.
you get into like na-accept ka ng UPCM, that's where you decide if you're going to MD PhD ba. Tapos if no, edi proceed ka to the normal route, like third year, fourth year gano'n. So if you applied, ay magkakaroon pa sila ng parang first year muna for MD PhD, then sasabayan nila yung first year sa next year pa. Para ganun yung path nila.
Oo, 8 years, no?
Mm.
8
Opo,
years.
8 years.
Ang tagal.
Wow.
Pero actually, may mga kabatchmates na nga rin ako MD PhD. Nakakapag-take na sila ng boards right now. Kahit
Mm.
hindi pa sila graduate ng PhD.
Mm.
Basta natapos sila yung
Oh,
internship. Kasi
Oo.
previously ata dati, kailangan matapos mo yung PhD ng MD PhD 8 years bago ka mag-boards. Pero ngayon, binalik na. Pwede ka na mag-take ulit.
Okay.
Segue lang, segue.
Oo.
Segue. So, ayun. I think naman, Doc Carl, no, bagay na bagay ka sa kahit anong program na gusto mo. Lalo na
yes.
masyadong deep-rooted yung mga pinagkukuhanan mo
Passion.
talaga.
May
Yes.
passion siya talaga eh, for what he's going for. Parang everything that he's saying comes from the heart, comes from
Wow.
experience, comes from something. It's very nice to meet you.
Sana
So, all
all.
right, Doc. Yes, it's time for our favorite segment, which is Buzz Talk. This is our very own version of Fast Talk. In this round, Doc Ma will be asking you as many questions as he can in just 1 minute. So you have to answer as fast as you can. Okay, ready ba? Kaya ba?
Walang explanation nun, sasagot lang.
Wala. Pwedeng
Ano lang,
praise
para siyang
or ano,
si,
Boy
parang
Abunda.
Oo, Boy
si,
Abunda.
ay,
Ito ng
oo,
aking
yan.
props.
May prompt siya. That
Ready
mabilis
ka na
sa
ba,
ano,
Doc
thinking.
Carl? Ready ka
Go.
na, Doc Carl?
Wala tayong choice. Maging ready.
Kaya mo rin. Your timer starts now. Best pre-med.
PT.
Best med school.
UPCM, syempre.
Advice you'd give yourself when taking NMAT.
Believe in yourself.
Yes. Gap year or straight agad sa med school?
Depende sa tao, pero for me, gap year.
Describe med school in one word.
Fulfilling.
Wow.
Mm.
Research or academe or residency? Isa lang.
Isa lang.
Residency.
Pero ang gusto niya ay sabay-sabay lahat.
Sabay-sabay. Residency while doing research. Pwede ba yun?
Field
Research.
or specialty?
Let's see. Pero right now, siguro specialty.
Anong specialty gusto mo?
Siguro pediatrics. If
Wow.
or
Aww,
oncology.
O punta
Pediatric
naman tayo sa love
oncology,
cute.
di
life.
ba?
Showbiz or
Cute, cute.
non-showbiz?
Non-showbiz.
Lights on or lampshade?
Lampshade.
Lampshade. Lastly, coffee or chocolate?
Coffee.
Coffee. Okay. Thank you very much, Doc Carl. Grabe.
Thank you so much, Doc
Very
Carl.
brave, no? Very
Saya-saya
brave
naman natin.
very brave niyang in-answer mga questions for Buzz Talk.
Kala ko may tanong na
Oh,
anatomy. Wala, mapapaisip pa ako. Anatomy pa talaga.
diretso,
Ayaw na namin
diretso.
balikan yun.
Dapat pala may tinanong tayo na anatomy na Doc Mau.
Anong
Favorite
insertion ni
bone, ganun. Favorite drug. Wala, kinabada ako. Baka di ako makaisip.
So for our final segment, Doc Carl, do you have any advice for our buzzing B words out there? B words out there.
I guess if you were to do anything lang siguro, to do anything that you want in life, you always know your whys, your intrinsic motivations. Kasi there will come a point in your life na if you rely on external motivations, parang mababurn out ka din eh. Like, for example, if you go to med school just because of, the money or the prestige, mawawalan y- like siguro temporarily it can support you. It could help you motivate yourself to like do the ACADS or do the requirements, but there will come a point in your life na ma-realize mo, ay hindi pala ako makaka-generate ng pera sa ganito, like hindi enough yung income ko. Basta know intrinsically, know your whys, know in your core kung ano talagang reason mo kung bakit you pursue not only being a doctor, but I think in all career path. Before I entered medicine or before I applied medicine, I really took a time to reflect on myself, to really dig deep onto what has happened throughout my childhood years. Like, nagkaroon talaga ako ng time para mag-reflect kung bakit ako magpupursue ng medicine, bakit ako magpupursue ng path towards becoming a doctor if there are a lot of issues like fragmented yung healthcare system in the Philippines. When you actually become a doctor here, there are a lot of realities that would really struck you as a working physician. So kailangan mo talagang mag-deep deeper as to why you still pursue this path. I know this would be really challenging. I know it would take a lot of sacrifices. But as long as you know in your heart kung ano yung reason for your being, your career path, it would eventually help you achieve those goals in your life. Like for me, I know na very difficult yung let's say NMAT preparation pa lang and med school application. More so yung academic portion ng med school, 'di ba? So, there was a time na very motivated naman ako externally because of, like, may reward. Kapag mataas yung score ko, i-display sa ganun. Yeah, those are
Mm.
external factors. Those are external motivations. It would keep you going for a little while, pero there will come a point na mapapagod ka, mababurnout ka rin. Especially kapag nagsusunod yung mga failures, naglalabasan na, hindi pala ako magaling, ganun.
Mm.
Pero, when you look back as to why you pursued medicine, parang it would ignite the fire within you na patuloy yung laban na I am fighting not just for myself, like I'm fighting for my region because konti lang yung first for example, konti lang yung doctors here in our region. So I don't want to like parang surrender on this battle kasi it's not just my fight alone. It's a fight for my community. So yun lang sa mga future or aspiring doctors, no matter gaano ka-difficult man yung NMAT preparation, yung med school journey, I think what's important is you have that or intrinsic reason as to why you do it in the first place. And you have to anchor that into yourself when doing things that you think are very challenging for you or like pursuing the career path that you want to take.
Grabe, no? Kailangan talaga ng passion mo eh. Para pag
Mm.
nag-medicine ka, may binabalikan ka lagi. Parang ang hirap na
Mm.
kasi wala kang purpose during
Mm.
med
Mm.
school. Parang feeling ko, kung kunyari wala talaga akong drive or wala tayong mga drive,
Mm.
hindi tayo magko-continue sa med school.
Yes. Kasi yung med school, parang sa umpisa, exciting kasi yung med school eh. Parang it's this big challenge that you want to tackle. And you feel like it's very doable. And when you start it, parang kaya pa. You're going strong. Tapos biglang there's gonna be a downfall na parang, baksak ako, ba't pababa ng pababa yung grade ko? Aral naman ako ng aral ako ng aral. Parang you go more and then it just keeps getting worse until it gets better again. And
Yes.
then biglang patuloy na siya ng paganda ng paganda. But to get there, like what Doc said, you need your whys. You have to stop by and remember, ay, ba't nga ba ako nandito ulit? And because of that, when you remember, you'll keep going. And
True.
that's what is, ang med school, hindi siya pang matalino, pang masipag siya eh.
Tama.
Yun ang tingin ko talaga. I mean, syempre bonus yung matalino ka.
Okay.
Pero kapag kailangan masipag kasi, talagang may topics na kahit sobrang talino mo, it's so difficult to remember, so difficult to understand. So kailangan talaga ng sipag at tiyaga. And you need your whys, like Doc said. Why?
Mm-mm.
Why will keep you strong and I'll keep you going.
Tama. Med school will humble you down talaga eh. As in,
Mm-mm.
kung ikaw dati, lagi kang top 1 nung pre-med mo, baka sa med school, average student ka na lang, no? It will humble down almost all of us. And yun nga, katulad ni Doc, sa lahat ng challenges natin, kailangan talaga mahaba ang pasensya natin. And at the same time, may pinaguhugutan talaga tayo. Ayun.
Mm-mm.
So, thank you so much for sharing your inspiring story and insights, Doc Carl. We really appreciate you buzzing with us today, no?
Yes, and to our viewers tuning in, we hope that this episode reminded you that every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your dreams.
So, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below.
Yes, and don't forget to like, share, and follow us on our official social media pages: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, to stay updated on all things What's Buzzing Dog.
Lag ko rin yung pala yung TikTok ko. So doon, sinishare ko yung experiences ko. Kasi as a first-gen doctor, it's very difficult to navigate med school talaga. So I'm just sharing my experience. Hopefully, parang paying it forward then to those who helped me in the past in terms of navigating sa my med school application. So my TikTok is Kaloy Med Isco. Kaloy Med Isco at Karl Mark. So MarCSKSKSK. Yun po.
Okay, i-follow natin ang Instagram account ni Doc, ni Doc
Oo,
Carl,
same
tsaka
din
ng
po kasi
Viewits.
SK,
opo.
SK,
So,
SK.
Instagram, TikTok, yun po.
So, ayun. Again, once again, I'm Doc Mao,
And I'm Doc Princess,
and
and this
this
is
is What's
What's
Buzzing
Buzzing
Doc.
Doc.
Thanks for listening. And if you want more conversations like this, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an episode.
We release more conversations, insights, and stories that will help you navigate the NMAT, med school, and everything in between. See you on the next one.